We're Lovejoy, and you're listening to Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Scissors beat paper, paper covers rock. Rock beats scissors, Shane covers non-stop. Never know what new kind of guest that he's got coming at you. Live and direct on the spot. Could be rock, folk, country, or hip-hop, jazz. All kind of folks that he has. Could be an artist or a comedian to make you laugh on the
Rock Paper Podcast.
double-decker fudge round, rolling round town. Shane coming at you live and direct from ground zero. He's your hero, he's your bestie. Rock Paper Podcast with Shane Presley.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Hanging out today on Zoom with the guys of Lovejoy.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Welcome to the show, fellas.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Thank
man. I guess real quick, y'all want to say hey and introduce yourselves for everybody?
Sure. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
You go.
Yeah, I'm Dylan, and I play Lovejoy. I play guitar
start
in
over.
Lovejoy.
All right, start over.
I play Lovejoy. I play guitar in Lovejoy.
Yeah, we got to start the whole thing over now.
All right, jeez.
Hey, I'm Tyler. I play bass in Lovejoy.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Okay. I'm Brandon. I'm the lead singer of Lovejoy. I'm also diabetic, and that kind of sucks, but oh well.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jacob. I play guitar in Lovejoy, and when I was about 8 years old, I locked myself in a locker at the YMCA after swimming lessons.
Huh.
See,
Did you?
I
I have
made
a
it easy
question.
for you guys.
What's up, Brandon?
I have a question, Jacob. Did you come out of that locker?
Did
Yeah.
you escape?
My mom had to come in and get me, actually. So when
okay.
I remember I was like, I don't know. I'm like, all the men left, all the naked old men left. And I was like, okay, like, let's see what's up. I hop in there. I'm like, wow, I don't know what it's like to be in a locker. So I closed it on myself. I was like, having interesting. And all of a sudden I was like, thing won't open. And then I was like, mom. And there's like 12 rows of lockers, dog, like 12 rows, nothing
Jacob,
I could get out of that easy. And then she eventually got me out and I was like crying and everybody was laughing outside. I'm like, that's not funny.
It's like a weird game. It's like a weird mobile game where it's like, find your son in the locker.
Jacob,
See if you can find him before he overheats.
Jacob, I'm telling your girlfriend that you look at old men naked at the YMCA.
Yeah, I'll have to.
You know how many men I've seen at the YMCA?
We're gonna
Because I
edit
worked
that
there.
out.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't
I
nothing wrong
worked
with that at
there.
all.
I had to walk
Edit
through the
that out.
locker room so many times. You don't understand how many
man.
people I've
Why
seen.
Anyway.
else do you go to the YMCA?
Anyway,
if that's
I'm
your
trying to
naked
get
old
away
guys?
from naked old men and talk about the fact that we're Lovejoy. So hello, everyone.
Why are you trying to get away from them?
Bro,
Okay,
yeah, it's 'cause
anyways.
Why are you running?
Anyways, also not in this call today, we have our drummer, Travis. He's at work right now, so he couldn't join us today. So
Sorry,
Yeah.
but
Rest in peace, Travis.
Namaste.
It is
Listen
like
every day.
it does seem to be some kind of prerequisite to have like a naked old man drying his balls the entire time, like in the like.
What are memberships for? Isn't that what you're paying for?
Right.
Well,
I mean,
it's
Yeah.
different when everybody's like changing in front of each other. But when I go and do like cardio work, then I just go to the gym in general, and then I go through to basically just wash up my face and all the men. I'm like, man, were you guys swimming? I just saw you out there. Do you guys just have to like take showers? I go home and take a shower, afterwards. I don't know.
You don't even understand, bro. Like when I worked at the YMCA and I had to walk through there, it was free. It was a free for all, man. You didn't.
I
you
mean,
didn't know
more
what was
power
going
to
on.
you. More
Just
power
those
to you if you're
stragglers.
willing
I
to.
mean, yeah, there's times where I'm like, you know what? Hey, I'll look like it that one day. I can't say much. Give me about 60 years. I'll get there.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Like
I'm
I
still
said.
coming to the gym at that point. I don't
Yeah.
have to worry about it. Like,
Behold your future.
Like I said, more power to you if you're just an old dude willing to show your schlong in the middle of the gym in public. So
I'd say
saying,
I'm
like,
not him. There you go. Like, yeah.
yeah, no.
We're all
Especially
working
when like
towards
they
right
can
now.
hold like two naked old dudes just holding a conversation in the middle of a gym. Like, oh, how's your day, Gary? Oh yeah. Like your dick's right in front of his face. Like, how can you be okay with that? Like,
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Like good Arthur. Yeah. Like,
Well, Shane, like
Yeah.
30 seconds in, and we've already derailed.
Hey, man.
All right.
This is definitely a first. This is the longest I've talked about old man balls on the show. So,
Good going.
yeah. We're going for a new state record, guys. No, man, this is cool though, because we did one of these the other night and unfortunately had technical difficulties. So we're back for round 2. So we had a whole lot of fun that night, and we're already off to a good start again tonight. But this is kind of fun for me, man. Like I said, that's why I continue to do the show, is to getting to know more about St. Louis music. And we all haven't officially met yet, but we've been friends online for a bit now, and then but that's what sitting down doing the show, I get to know a little bit more. Usually it's in person, but with all the circumstances, we're doing this over Zoom right now, and this but it's fun to get to learn more about you guys and more about the music you guys are creating. And so thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
So again, with all that being said, take me back a bit to some of the early days, the beginning of Lovejoy, how this project kind of came to be a little bit.
If I may,
It was 1973.
Yeah, and
Summer of Love had just ended.
Hot girl
We
summer.
It was 1973, and we were in our old naked man's balls.
Yeah.
What?
We were the sperm.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Jacob,
okay,
you wanna?
all right.
I'm sorry I cut you off. You wanna?
So- Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'll put us back on the rails here. So for anybody wanting to start a band or any type of project, the way you find people is on Craigslist. Don't let them tell you wrong. Absolutely. Everybody says-
strangers on
everybody
the
says,
internet.
yes,
in person.
go meet them in a parking lot, and instead of being like, hey, I want any sort of weird favor, no, you instead say, hey, you play bass, you
Go
play
to their
guitar,
basement.
to their basement, start playing some instruments, and that's how you get big. I mean, we're not that obviously yet, but that's probably a couple bands did that, right?
Oh God.
I mean, not overall though. In all seriousness, it was me and Tyler were in a project prior together. Tyler and Dylan had known each other for like eons, right?
Long time. No
Since the
babies.
dawn of time, yeah.
Yeah.
No babies.
Yeah,
You guys
since,
played
since,
in, like-
since like middle school. Since like I think
Yeah.
I moved here in like middle school, and I was like, I want to do the talent show, and I only play bass, and no one wants to hear that. And Dylan plays guitar, and all my friends know him. So like, yeah, and then we've been friends ever since.
Basically, it's just we needed me and Tyler played in an old project and kind of broke away from that. When we started this one, we had some other members actually that kind of broke away with us, and some of them kind of went off and did some other ventures. One of them joined another local St. Louis band called Goaltender, and our buddy Scott. And then our other guitarist we had at the time, Dan, he actually does DJing in St. Louis now. He's actually been doing really good things with it. It's been good to see him doing that. But Tyler told me eventually, hey, Dylan plays guitar. He's a big theory nerd, and I'm like, exactly, that's what I need. I need something like that. I'm a little too raw. I need a little more theory in my life. So, and then Brandon was I'd had him on social media, and I was like, hey, we could get this guy. His songs in his old band, A Scarlet Summer, sound pretty cool. And so we were like, we grabbed him, and that was kind of, and then we just started writing.
Except for they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My last band.
Dead air.
I am not saying my last band was bad. I'm saying there was a few members in the band that chose not to make any progress, and it pissed me off. So I was like, I'm done.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. I definitely get like being in bands, and like, some people just, they just don't quite always have the same artistic vision. Some people don't have the same, motivation and whatnot. Like it doesn't always, work perfectly for sure.
It's like having a car. Like sometimes you get a car and like you drive it to work, or sometimes you get a car and you just want to drive in circles in the mud because it's fucking sweet,
Like I said, I'm not bashing the guys, but when you refuse to buy a new amp and your previous amp was a $50 Line 6 that you got off Craigslist. I just
Hey, turn up the insane on that.
Insane on it.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that.
I had a friend compare it to a basketball team or before too. Like it takes a while to get that starting five sometimes, to where you get that that group that clicks and everything all of a sudden.
I mean, I've been like really frustrated before, like with past people. Like people will be like, "Oh, let's come over and write," and what they do is come over and kind of just, they wouldn't quite know how it starts, and it would just become a frustrating thing. And I've definitely like been that way. Like I've been like, just been really frustrated. And then I'd ask people like, well, what do I need to do? Why are these bands succeeding? Why are they doing stuff? And then eventually, once we found this group though, we tend to work pretty well. Like we really work well with writing and whatnot. And generally, everybody here has their own set of talents that really fit good with us. And that was, I think, what finally kind of worked for us here and kind of ended that frustration for us all.
Yeah. Nice, man. Well, so you guys have been at it for a little while now, and we do have some new music out there that you guys released this year. And let's start with Bittersweat. This was the debut single that you guys dropped in February. And we have a official music video to go along with it. But let's you guys want to talk about this tune a little bit, how this all came to be?
Go, Tyler.
Yeah. Wait, me?
Yeah, you can go. You can say it. I don't want to hog the mic or anything.
Yeah, with the video, we made the video with our very good friend Spencer Peck. Sponsor Pac. Shout out to at Peck of Film, and then
he Spencer's and I was going to mention Dan. I don't think I told you guys last time, but Dan's also a friend of the show, and Spencer's been on a couple of times as a musician as well. So it's been all my buddies.
Yeah, they're all really good people.
Yeah,
Small world.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, yeah, the video was just, we wanted something kind of simple. We didn't want to, with the song itself, we didn't really want to, we didn't want to have just, a bunch of like a girl and a guy like pushing each other around and being like, I hate you, so we kind of just said, which, we have no problem with the meaning of the song. We really liked how everything came out lyrically, but like we wanted something that like had nothing to do with the song's meaning at all. And so we were like, what if we did this thing where nobody came to Tyler's birthday party? And so it was kind of...
I think it started like, because we were trying to plan out this other thing that we have maybe in the works, possibly, potentially. And then they were like, well, we could do this other idea like really easily. And like we could just pull it off in like a night and just like do it all and like figure it all out in a night and just like, call some people or whatever. And then it turned into like all of us, like, I think I was at like Party City, just like driving around like St. Louis, like just like trying to find different balloons and different like specific things. Yeah. And like same for like Dylan and Brandon, just like, and it kind of, I feel like it snowballed into like this bigger thing. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, definitely.
Well, hey, any excuse to eat some birthday cake, So
yeah, totally.
Well, we didn't even eat it. So
yeah, we ended up giving it. We gave it to Dylan's mom, who let us use her house for some of the shots.
It was good.
Yeah, nice, man.
You said you'd change with all it takes. It feels like years since our first date. Remember when you thought I cheated, but you're the one who played my games. I called you out with the evidence. You pulled me in with the sustenance, and now I reap the repercussions of staying loyal to a fake. And take your time, I don't wanna hear you spew those stupid lies again. They mess me up eternally. Don't waste your time, don't even try. You said you changed when that's not true. Watching you do those things you do. Don't waste your time, don't even try. My friends all say you're bad for me. That's why I call it bittersweet. And now I've seen your stuck-up ways. Let me have one final taste of every single thing you put me through, and justify your right to say anything you need to say. But I won't listen to a word of that. Fall to your knees. I watch you try to beg and plead, but I don't wanna hear those words again. They mess me up eternally. Don't waste your time, don't even try. You said you changed when that's not true. Watching you do those things you do. Don't waste your time, don't even try. My friends all say you're bad for me. That's why I call it bittersweet. Don't waste your time, don't even try. There's no more sights for us to see. That's why I call it bittersweet.
Yeah, this is a fun song, man. I really enjoyed it. It's it's got that punk, little pop punk kind of thing going in there, but it also is a little heavier at times than that too. So it's just, I don't know, it feels good, man. It's a lot of fun to kind of bounce around to and sing along with. So
Thanks, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
do you guys do you guys all come from a similar background in kind of in that pop punk world, or do you guys all bring a lot of different influences into it?
I would.
Very
think
different
so?
influences.
You don't think
Yeah.
so, Brandon?
No, I didn't grow up on pop punk even a
Oh,
little
okay.
bit.
Yeah, I guess in that fact, like, I don't know. We definitely. I think with a lot of artists, I find that like, there's a lot of different stuff going on when you're young. You tend to be a lot around, your parents and kind of whatever. I know that like with me, like my dad was like the big one. Like he got me really into like, the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, and Rush. That was like the three big ones he got me on when I was really young. And I remember hearing like, Jimmy Page play and be like, oh, guitar, like that sounds so cool. The tone that Jimmy got with, a lot of his, instrumentals and guitar in general. I was like, I want to play something that's a little more than just like pop and rap, even though I love all kinds of music now. And so eventually, of course, my, my preteen and growing up adolescent phase kind of brought me into like the pop punk realm, I'd say.
Yeah. I was just reminiscing, did a podcast earlier with some friends, and we were talking about we went and saw Good Charlotte like a year ago now,
Yeah.
and they did like a reunion show run, and they did I think they like booked a tour, and then one of the big ones was going to be to play like Memphis in May or something like that, or one of those like, or kind of type of festivals or something like that. And then so like right before they were going to do that, they booked the pageant. It was like a late booking, like and only on sale for like a 2 or 3 weeks out or something like that. And like, but so it wasn't like a huge thing, but it was a really good time. And my buddies got tickets, and we went, and that's kind of where that was me in high school. Like that was when they first hit with some of that stuff, and it was a lot of fun to kind of go back and listen to those songs, and just sing along with some of these cheesy songs, and in that growing up in that pop punk stuff like that. And but what's kind of was again with them, what I thought was interesting, especially now as an adult, like and almost 35, going back and listening to some of those songs, like there's a lot of messed up stuff in those songs. Like there's a lot of really dark lyrics, even though they're kind of poppy songs. Like there's a lot of super dark lyrics in those songs. So it kind of reminds me of what you guys were talking about too. Like even though the video's fun and everything else, but Brandon's singing about like going through this breakup and different things or whatever. So it's it's some tough stuff to deal with, even though you guys are having a good time. So it's kind of that whole juxtaposition of it all.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're a hammer, sometimes you're a nail.
You be Tails, I'll be Sonic.
This is the part where we would just say a day to remember songs.
Yeah.
Just talking different song titles.
Well, also on the topic of Bittersweat, like it just has a song. We can't like I feel like we can't talk about it without talking about Dan. Dan Bell, now Lightbug, our former guitarist turned DJ, wrote like a pretty decent amount of it and came to us with like kind of like the bones of it, and then we all got it like chipped at it together. Him and our drummer Scott as well at the time, and then then Brandon came in and sung from the heart and whatnot, and then
Nice.
Pre-Dylan days.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Shout out
I'd say-
to Dan and Scott.
Yeah, absolutely. They're actually credited at the end of the video, actually, of Bittersweat too.
Along with Dylan's mom and
Like Stefanina's, different Spencer, all that. Yeah.
Lewis from Archangela.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Well, we are recording this on Cinco de Mayo, and I didn't actually have any like tequila to do it properly, but I do have little Fireball whiskey, so I'm gonna celebrate with that, and so cheers to you guys.
To that.
Cheers with my orange juice.
I have nothing to chase.
3
or make
cheers
mixed
for
drinks
5
with,
years.
so I have water.
3 cheers for sweet revenge.
Ooh. Yeah, that I mean, let's might as well celebrate.
Yes.
We have nothing else to
You
do.
got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Cinco de Mayo, more like Cinco get high-o.
Heyo.
Is that it? Yeah. Is that?
Tyler just went sicko mode.
Turn that shit
More
on
like
insane.
drink go get high-o.
Say something right now.
I should have my MIDI keyboard set up.
So you guys, we got that video out there. Again, be sure to follow along with Lovejoy on your Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to that YouTube channel for more videos, and you can find Bittersweat wherever you're getting digital music at today. And so be sure to add that to any of your Spotify playlist or whatever it is. But yeah, another fun one for sure, man. That's turned out real nice. But let's talk about, I guess this is the most current release at the moment, a song called No Regard. This came out in April.
17th.
Yeah. So this is another fun one, and a video for it also on the YouTube channel. So you can find that.
Did you expect something less when you tried to pull the trigger? Now I'm stuck here with empty blanks. Cause I've been speaking so highly of people who find me as a speck of dust under their feet. But now it's all up to me to to gain a sense of relief. There's no regard for peace, self-doubt and empathy. Someone help me. I tried to get away from all of my problems, but why would I wanna leave so soon? I've gotta clean up all the doubts living in my head, but I'm secluded into my dirty room. I think about making changes over and over, but everything stays the same. I've got what it takes and I know what's at stake. I won't stray away from my better times, and I won't forget what I'm fighting for. I've seen all the dark, I've been through this before. Right now I am broke and beaten for sure. You won't find me on the floor. And kick me out when you never help me hear it all. You think I'm selfish when you lock me in your prison walls. Say my name even when I held the door for you. This claustrophobia's the only thing that's wrong. You tried to hide away from all of your problems. Instead you took it out on me, 'cause you're the same as the rest. Take the weight off your chest and try to say it's for my own good. And kick me out when you never help me hear it all. You think I'm selfish when you lock me in your prison walls. Say my name even when I held the door for you. This claustrophobia's the only thing that's holding true. Don't try and say you love me. I've heard that lie, so let it be. No regard for any kind of help in me. And don't try and say you love me. And watch your mouth before you speak, and clear the lies inside your cheeks. With broken bones and shattered dreams, I guess it's time for me to leave. Turning pages on my life, watching every day go by. Your story ends before you die, and no one cares. No one cares.
But what do you guys want to tell me about No Regard?
It started as this weird, like, I wrote like the intro riff to the song at like, I have it on my phone still. I recorded it in my basement at about 5:30 in the morning in like August in 2019. And I showed it to them and they're like, yeah, let's work with it. And then like, I don't know who, but I kind of started, the chorus really came together. I started kind of using a lot of different chords I really liked, and it just kind of, I was like, I really like this. And they were all like, yeah. So we took it down to Kevin W. Gates and Reach Audio in Springfield, Illinois, Springfield, Missouri in November. And yeah, it came to life. And the video, we kind of, I don't know, it was kind of the same thing. We wanted something maybe that didn't always go with what the song was about. But, yeah, I don't know if anybody else has anything to say about the video. Some cool things.
B-roll footage, yeah.
Yeah, it's just us chilling. We took Spencer down with us, and we drank a lot in the Airbnb. I don't think we actually filmed anything. I think we turned the camera off whenever we started drinking. And then
Yeah.
It was a fun time though.
And like you can see a lot of the video. Yeah, you can see a lot of the video. Brandon's actually like passed out, like in the studio, like
Oh, I was
laying
not
down
having
on the
it.
couch.
There's-
I was so hungover.
He's
It
laying
gone.
straight on
He's
his side.
gone.
There is a part of the video, yeah, where you're actually like it's slow-mo you sleeping. And it was
And
like
I
the
literally-
day
I
after for
could
that
not
whole
even
day
drink
when we were
water that day.
when we were
Could not
finishing
drink
up.
any water without throwing
You're-
anything up.
yeah,
We went, and then we went to
It was miserable.
that taco place. I tried
Oh,
to eat
yeah.
something, but oh my god, terrible mistake to eat Mexican food that day.
I didn't
And I
get.
literally
I
like
didn't
ran
think
to
it
the
was.
bathroom at this taco place. And
I
just
didn't-
That was
hurled
good.
I
all
didn't
over
get too
the
messed
stall.
up because I knew the next morning I had to record lead parts. So I was like, if I get drunk and when I'm hungover, like I can't do anything. Like I just gotta
Oh,
lay
yeah,
down.
no,
and
I
sleep. So
was-
I just like I'll drink a little bit. Just we're down here, we're chilling, we're having fun, but got a job to do.
Yeah, we
How
all
business-
definitely enjoyed ourselves. I mean, that was kind of like the one night. I think a lot of us just kind of like just had fun and did a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Luckily, unfortunately though, we did not drink during the night whenever we were doing singing like "Welcome to the Black Parade" and all the weird karaoke stuff that was in the Airbnb.
Yeah, we have some like extra side videos on our YouTube channel, of, like all that sorts of stuff of all
Yeah,
of our wacky
some of the
antics.
B-roll stuff, outtakes. Yeah,
Just and just like I was going through it, and there's just like so much of just like us saying like dumb memes and stuff
there
over and
is
over again.
so.
I have a video of riding in Jacob's car where he's playing like just like the same meme comp for like it's just like a 10-hour.
We were-
the whole way.
I
Like, Walgreens
remember-
or something.
It was like the first night we were there, and I went in my bag and I was like, guys, I don't have my toothbrush. And we're like, okay, we got to go to like Walgreens. And so we left recording, and I'm like, here, what do y'all want to listen to? And they're like, we don't know. And so I'm like, all right, let me just troll them real hard. So I put on this meme compilation while we were driving to Walgreens, and there's like a 6-minute video of us driving through like the dark night while this is all playing. And there's so much of that dumb footage that we still have that
Wasn't
we
it-
haven't put out, and it'll probably come out as like little content to keep
No-
people
no-
around.
Nobody
for it.
needs to see it. Nobody
Wasn't it
needs to see
say
it.
hi, Burn? Wasn't
Yeah,
that
it
the
was
one?
that meme. It was a really dumb meme. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. That stuff's like I just, hearing those stories like that, like that just reminds me, even though we didn't have a band, but just hanging with my buddies and stuff. Like we
For sure.
I remember especially like when I was like 16, we had like a old camcorder and just drove around just doing dumb shit like all the time. And it's not funny to anybody else, but it's hilarious to us. And me and my buddy Nick will watch these dumb videos and just cry laughing at some of the stupid shit we did. And so
We do
it's
that sometimes just when we're hanging out at practice. It's really
Yeah,
lame, but
right.
it's hilarious at the same time.
right.
Yeah, it's one of those things with you. If no one else sees it ever, it's like I don't know. I like it, and
Right.
I'll always like it.
Yeah.
But that's I think that's the best part about being in a band is having your buddies like that, having a group of friends do all this dumb stuff with and have a good time. And I think the recording studio is a great spot for that also, just to you guys are all stuck in the same room and get to be weird together and have fun. And
Huge
definitely.
shout out to Kevin W. Gates for putting up with our hog shit for 4 days. That's like the biggest thing. Is like there are so many of those clips where you can hear like the metronome click track in the background, and Kevin is like doing a little bit of editing on our tracks while we're all like just yelling about like freaking like Harambe
NASCAR.
or like Harambe or like dumb stuff like that. Like
Yeah,
Current life events.
yeah.
the current
Yeah.
life events like Harambe.
all started with that grill.
It's like 3 years or something now, right? It's
Yeah.
May.
Dude,
It's
it was.
May. I
had
know it was
just-
in May. What year was
It was 2016. I graduated high school that
I
month.
knew
Yeah.
you would know it.
Yeah, dude, I have a great memory. I
Jacob
remember,
knew
dude.
that-
I'm not gonna forget the injustice that was done to that grill at
Right.
Cincinnati. Okay.
What
Yeah.
day of the month was it? It was May, right?
It was probably a Tuesday. I bet. I don't know. Everything happens on Tuesday. People release music on Tuesday. Like games come out on Tuesday.
Google
Today's-
says
you
May
can't say
28th, 2016.
It's coming up.
It's a little bit after I graduated.
4
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Man, that's rest in peace.
I did see, speaking of memes and Harambe, I did see one that was like where he's, kid, I got to tell you about 2020 and all this, like, and then they shot him and stuff. So
Yeah, he
Yeah.
got ripped. Honestly, that's probably what was happening, and the kids just like like. So like, I get that.
yeah. R.I.P. Harambe.
Rip.
R.I.P.
Pour one out here. We got
Someone want to put a background up of him
Yeah.
somewhere, maybe. Yeah.
Tyler?
Tyler.
I thought this would be appropriate to drink for.
Yeah, I
Rabbit
saw
bu-
that on Instagram.
Rabbit by the balls.
Yeah.
Showed his
Old
boss.
man
So we got 2 tunes out there right now, officially. And what are we working on? You guys doing any writing during this time, or what's going on with the band currently?
We're doing a little bit of writing. I think we're doing a little bit more video planning right now, though.
Yeah. We
I
gotta.
think it's more about the visual stuff. I mean, like, definitely always like doing music just because, like, whatever. But I think like collectively, I feel like that's the thing that's been on our minds and whatnot the most recently.
Yeah, I mean, you can, and all the band can tell this Tim to edit this out if he wants. But we have 2 songs obviously that we released, but we actually have 3 songs done and recorded already.
Yeah.
Like they're basically, we could drop them right now in their form, but we kind of just wanted to really make an impression and kind of bring out with like some sort of good visual like video for like these other 3 when we release them. We had a song we were just talking about before we got on. We kind of know the next one we think we're gonna drop, and we have no idea when though. That's kind of the issue right now, is we got to figure out, like you said, just like visual stuff, video.
Any day.
Right now, yeah, we'll drop it right after the podcast.
Right now, I'm getting on DistroKid right now.
But we just, obviously St. Louis and some areas here in the Midwest are, some people are kind of reopening some things. So, we don't know. We just kind of have to see. We also have, we're probably going to work with our good buddy Spencer again, and we kind of want to see what's comfortable for him and kind of bring up with some ideas first. But it just sucks because, we want to release some music in a good role, and we're able to play shows and maybe go play in some different cities and whatnot. But right now it's just a little tricky. So we're having to navigate that.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a few friends come on talking about brand new records they've released during this time. And, it's this, I think there's pros and cons to any of it, but the pro being nobody has anywhere to go. So they've got no excuse to sit there and just listen to the music and stuff. That's one positive for sure. But, the negative being that you guys want to play shows and support this new music and stuff and whatever, promote it, but we can't do that. So that's that's what stinks for sure. But so hopefully we'll be back there soon.
Yeah, well, like with No Regard, that's like you just said, like the song itself is really, really like it's done really well actually. Like we're really, really happy with the reach it's gone to, and we have people from a lot of different cities that are saying I want you guys to release more, I want you guys to come out here, and it's like, yeah, we're getting there. Like we really hope, that's like the suck. Like it's like and it's like we'd love to. I mean, we'd love to even get out and just play in St. Louis. That's like the big thing everybody wants around here, and it's just obviously we can't. There's a biblical plague going on. So we all just got to kind of hang out and
it's the end of time. Once time's end, we'll be there to play.
Now we got Murder Hornets on the way. And
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Chief. Like I've been out to like Montana in the Pacific Northwest. I don't want to go back. Like.
See, you thought it was bad when the humans were killing the bees. Now we have big ass hornets killing the bees.
Yeah,
like, that's fucked.
I don't like the killing bees either.
It's like someone's really telling us, like, hey, we don't want you on this planet anymore. We're gonna take away the things that can really.
It's just like those. It's just like those memes where they showed like January Australia burning, February like coronavirus, March, and then it's like May. What happens in May? And it's like giant hornet, and just like.
I did see a video. I don't know how accurate it was. Like if it was for real, what this murder hornets they're talking about or whatever. But I saw this like giant. Look like a hornet, giant flying bug like that, and it like takes down this mouse, and it was like no problem. Like
don't like that.
Yeah,
not here for that. Well, the first video I saw real quick was it was talking about the person literally was like, there are now murdering hornets in the Pacific Northwest. Coyote Jack is here to show you it, and he like
Jack.
It shows you. It shows whatever the hell his name is. I don't remember. It's like Steve Irwin, all the same. Oh, sorry. Rest in peace. Maybe that's too soon. Nonetheless, he like put it on his arm, and it's like him just going, oh, and he's like writhing in pain. I'm like, that's horrible. Why is like Fox News have this on? Like,
Yeah.
and then
6
they're
hours.
like, yeah, what was his name?
Coyote
Peterson.
Okay, sorry. He's like, I gotta say, it hurt like a mug. And then the lady goes, as you can see here, murder hornets have the ability to decapitate bees, and it's literally just like ripping these bees apart in the hives. I'm like, I don't. Honey Nut Cheerios just done. I got to eat them all now.
Dude, I didn't even think about that. Honey Nut Cheerios are gonna disappear.
Dude,
So
there
many
goes
people
the
are gonna have-
mascot dude with the honeycomb. He can't whip these dudes around, dude. He's got to like, just
Ev-
run. Murder
Everybody's
hornets
gonna
can't do
have
shit.
everybody's gonna have high cholesterol. Oh
Yeah.
God.
Heart
No.
health, man.
Oh no, high cholesterol on top of diabetes. Thanks, Dylan.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Murder
pump-
Hornets.
Keep that. pump
Cheerios
on
while you can, Brandon.
Got a point.
So yeah,
Well, enough of the doom and gloom of 2020, guys. This is already
happy.
driving me to
Preach love,
drinking.
anyway.
But I have a couple of questions I've been asking people, and I've been having a lot of fun with
no.
these.
Oh no.
But I worked up a couple of new ones for you guys.
Hit us. What do we
Okay.
got?
So you get to front the band for one song. What's the band and what's the song?
So this is like an existing band, and what song
Sure,
am I?
yeah,
are we
whatever.
fronting?
Any band you want to join on stage, and you get to play one song with them.
Gonna be a song I definitely can't sing. But I have like the ability to it.
Because if it's like singing, I feel like it's gonna be a different answer, But like I
Right.
don't know. I think for guitar, the obvious answer is like "Through the Fire and Flames" by Dragon Force, because that's the obvious answer.
I would sing "Long Time" by Boston with Boston, and I would dance around through Foreplay.
And then I'd say for singing, it would probably either be "Supersonic" or "Live Forever" by Oasis, or the other option would be "Cruise" by Florida Georgia Line. So
would be
I'm
"Sweet
pissed.
Victory" with
I'm
the SpongeBob.
pissed.
It,
I'm pissed.
it would be "Sweet Victory" with the SpongeBob band.
what's that?
Oh, I'm pissed.
It wouldn't be "Sweet Victory" with the SpongeBob band.
Triggered Brandon.
Dude, I don't know. I don't like the Journey
Absolutely.
vibe. I want to talk like a proper North Englishman. You know what I mean? Like I want to have like some sort of like I want to have my last name be Gallagher. So
I'd have to go with the classic and do "Bulls on Parade" by Rage, so I can do some DJ crap with
that's
my
a
guitar
move right there.
and make beep bop boop beep bop 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 beep boop noises.
There you
Your
go.
wah pedal. Just be Tom
Yeah, I sold my wah pedal, so I have to buy a new one. Bad move.
Rest in peace.
Brandon, were you upset that Jacob took your answer, or?
No, I'm upset because of his answer.
So this actually goes back real quick to when we were in Springfield recording. When we were drinking that night, Spencer goes, "Yo, what is your guys' guilty pleasure?" And I'm like, "Hey boys, I got something to tell you." I'm like holding the Jameson bottle. I'm just
I
like,
so don't want to have this conversation.
I'm like, "Hey guys," I'm like,
so done with this.
I really like Florida Georgia Line. And everybody was like, oh, and I'm like, you know what, dude, I get why people hate it, but I'm also like, you know what, like it's a little bit of a guilty pleasure. I can't really even go against it. I hear it on the radio and I find myself singing it. I'm like, okay.
That's part one. That's part one.
Let me clarify.
Here's part two.
I do not hate Florida Georgia Line. I actually really like Florida Georgia Line. But I'm mad at his answer for saying Cruise because I suggested the band one time, why don't we do a pop punk cover of Cruise by Florida Georgia Line?
He did bring
and they
that
all
up.
shut that shit down because they thought it was the worst idea ever. And I'm like, why? Nobody's ever done it before.
I don't think it's the worst idea ever.
We don't have Nelly though from St. Louis, and we can't get Nelly, to sing on it. Like, we gotta get it,
bro. It's fine.
I'll do it, guys.
I'll do Nelly's part.
Dude, bring Shane on
But I
stage
won't.
first show.
Yeah.
When I first saw that bikini top on her, popping right out of the South Georgia water. I said, "Oh,
I
good
don't know
Lord."
what you're saying to me. I don't know what words are exiting your mouth.
She had them long tang legs. Sorry. Yeah. But, yeah.
Anyways, no, but my answer would probably be, and this is, this goes a long way back, but it's because I did this song as a cover with one of our friends, I guess you could say our friend, who we made a cover a long time ago, and it was Navy Blue by The Story So Far. So if I got to sing that with Parker Cannon himself, I'd be like, well, shit, I could show off my vocal range and kind of just show off in general, because it's one of my favorite songs by The Story So Far. And it's one I've always wanted to just like dream do with him on stage. So
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
That'd be cool. Dylan mentioned Tom Morello. Got me
Rest in peace.
What's happened?
got me thinking that did any of you ever beat Tom Morello in Guitar Hero?
I know how to
was
play
in,
the Tom Morello thing
absolutely.
on guitar.
Was he in
Absolutely.
World Tour or 5? I played one
Guitar
of them.
Hero, Guitar Hero 3.
3?
Yeah, with
Oh,
Slash.
Cretin.
Was Slash? No, that was Guitar. Oh, that was Warriors of Rock.
It's
That was what
both
that
of
It's
one
with
was.
Slash. Yeah, it's Slash
Yeah,
and
okay. Yeah,
Because
no, I didn't play that one.
you play Bulls and then you face him and he's like weep
How
weep
could
weep
you
weep weep weep
play
weep weep
Guitar
weep
Hero
weep.
3 and no Dragon Force?
All right.
Dude, it's in every video on YouTube of some guy like just not even looking at the screen, just like fucking like running his
Right,
fingers up
but
and
like
down.
you had to have known that was from Guitar Hero 3.
Dude, you just see people play it on Expert and they're like, what's
think
it? They have like a camera facing their TV that's like really half like potato quality, and they're like,
Right,
oh,
but
what's
like
up,
I'm saying, like,
guys?
the
I'm here to
caption
make
would
like,
say,
Dude, I used to
didn't
watch
know.
those videos like
the
a bunch
caption
of
would
hours.
say like full complete 100%, no scope,
FC
100%,
100%,
expert,
yeah, 360,
noob.
720, yeah, like
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wait,
like
wait,
Guitar
hold
Hero
on.
3.
I know scoped Herman
Wait.
Lee from Dragon Force, yeah, like
What does FC mean?
it's
Full
full
complete.
chart, full complete,
Full
yeah,
complete.
something like that. I actually don't know. I thought it was one of those, yeah.
100% full complete's the same thing.
Yeah,
I
don't
know, but
same-
people put that.
I remember the first time I played it. I played Bulls on Parade. I played it in Walmart back when they had like when it would like sit outside like the gaming like windows or whatever you want to call them. So I went up to it and I played it and I started losing because I was like super young at the time, so I didn't know what I was doing. And I started getting booed. And people were like walking around looking at me and laughing at me in Walmart. And I was like, this is not fun.
That's where my anxiety started.
Yeah, my
Like,
depression started by getting
This
booed
is
off
not-
stage in Guitar Hero.
It's getting really
But
realistic.
it's in
Everyone's booing
Walmart.
me in real life.
Yeah, like I got booed in real life because I couldn't pass Bulls on Parade.
The thing I remember about
Early
like
VR.
Guitar Hero though is like there's a lot of artists like I really got into when I was like very young, but in hearing them on there, like Oasis for example. Like I heard Some Might Say on a World Tour, and I was like, that's like I never really knew that band existed. And then I heard like Muse, I really got into. I heard like Plug-in Baby on Guitar Hero 5, and like among other bands, and like Smashing Pumpkins too. Like they had Today on World Tour and stuff like that.
Whatever happened to Walmart having the video games out? They don't do that anymore.
Coronavirus.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a good one.
No,
Probably
no,
a
no.
good example.
They've been
ruined
gone
it.
for a while. I don't know what happened. Probably the kids are breaking them or
Generally
something.
too though, I don't
It-
know. It might either that's probably one thing, but
Rage
like I don't-
quitting over COD or
Yeah.
something.
they knew how to dashboard.
They're all like, they all get the demo at home now. It doesn't matter.
That's what I'm
anymore.
saying. Like
Yeah.
most, you can
Rip.
beta. Nobody goes out and buys stuff physically. I feel like anymore.
Actually-
I can digitally buy all my games now.
At my job we have like Nintendo Switch demos
At Best Buy?
So, like, yeah, so like every
Yeah.
day I just like look at it. I'm like, I can't play Smash at work, but no one would like that.
Pretty good.
I did recently go out and purchase because of this lockdown and stuff. I had to get something to entertain myself. I was bored, but my wife bought a PS4 a while back, and I went and bought WWE 2K20, and I was not impressed. I was
Isn't it super buggy? Isn't
Yeah.
it
Yeah, I
like
mean,
a
there's like
mess?
there's like meme videos on it. That's all I ever see on the
Yeah.
YouTube.
it was like, yeah, it felt like PS1 or quality or something, like definitely didn't
Dang.
feel like the current, newest product of it all. So, and I haven't really played a wrestling game since like WCW versus NWO on 64
Oh my
or something.
God.
Oh, I played
Oh.
SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, like the old
Alright.
one with like Royal Rumble and shit like
Cool
that. And
name.
it's like, what a name. Dude, it had The Rock on it, and he's like, he's got like his big muscles up in the camera. I'm like, hell yeah. And then every time like Big Show would come in, I'd just be screaming my ass off. I'd be like, ah, it's just like, oh shit, he's gonna beat my ass. Like, no, like,
No, dude, I used to play so much wrestling video games, and like I feel like I didn't even watch that much wrestling when I was a kid. I just played the games, and like Brandon took me to see WWE Raw, and I walked. And I was like, oh yeah, like it's wrestling, like it's sports. Like I'm not like super into that, but like it'll be a cool time. Like, you know, it's like something to do. And I walked in, I'm like, it's just like a video game in here.
That's the
No,
thing,
yeah,
though.
no, nothing will beat WWE
It's like the
SmackDown
decoration.
Raw 2007.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm glad I saw actually, to tell you the truth, I went to Target and they had it for like $60 and I'm like, I'm not paying 60.
Yeah.
And then I went to Walmart and they had it for 30. So I was like, well, all right, I'll try it for $30 and got home and yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. It was kind of fun, but it was like, I'm like, this is I'm not impressed at all. So anyway, that's my review of 2K20.
Kind of solid, strong 10 to light 9.
Rest in peace, good wrestling games, and
Right.
on a side note, good skateboard games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about finding real music that shapes you. Skateboard
Yeah, man.
games.
Yeah.
Like,
Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. Oh yeah.
Like a
Yeah,
5-year-old, I can like
Grounds,
listen
Pro
to
Skater.
AC/DC.
I say listen like TNT while I'm watching Bam Margera like break his legs.
Don't even start. Don't even start.
Or hearing like Bad Brains or Bad Religion. Like, yeah, hell yeah.
Smut
Goldfinger.
peddlers. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Superman, the like all-time anthem.
For sure, man.
It's the beginning drum loop. You can just play it on like just on loops for hours.
They speaking of Superman, they just it's been fun to see those videos of Goldfinger in the house, like in quarantine. And they posted a couple of different videos of them jamming, and so it's been fun to see those popping up.
Yeah.
But I got a couple other questions for you guys, even though we lost Brandon.
Yeah, I think he's in the bathroom, I believe. I just heard him down the hall.
I mean, he might be doing a thing.
What so if you were a superhero, what would be your name and your superpower? Anybody got an answer?
My super name would be Pancra Boy. I have the power to restart my own pancreas.
Right.
It's really specific.
Yeah,
No, it's important though.
because then I could actually live past 26, probably.
Mhm.
My main thing would be I can restart my pancreas,
I'll give you mine, Brent.
and that's it.
Mine.
Like nobody
Yeah.
else's.
Fuck
Nobody
everybody
else's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it like goes out, like I have to recharge it.
What's like something really shitty for your pancreas? What's like something that's like awful for your pancreas?
Pretty
Like
much
food.
anything with carbs.
Dude, you could eat so much bread. You could eat so much damn bread.
Pasta.
You
Like,
could eat so much pizza.
I
Watch
do that anyways, but
I'd be Carl Weezer and my ability to be able to blow snot bubbles.
but is he already a superhero or is that your name, Carl Weezer?
That's gonna be my name.
no,
That's
Carl
his legal
Weezer is a
name.
superhero in the N-Men.
Excuse me.
Oh, are you gonna finish yeah.
That quaffle.
But he
Which
burps.
one was he? He was Belch Boy.
Yeah, he burps.
He was
Mine's
Belch Boy.
different.
Why do you guys know this?
Because
I don't even
love
remember that from
Neutron.
Jimmy
How
Neutron.
does that
The only
even-
thing I remember from Jimmy Neutron was that damn 5-eyed fucking monkey that says, "Hi, I'm Paul" at the end of it. That's all I
Five?
remember, dude. Like, that's it. Like,
Yeah.
He's with you in like Guitar Hero 5, Guitar Hero 3. It's the 5-eyed monkey. It's the 3-eyed. It's go with 3.
is it 3-eyed? Like, "Hi, I'm Paul." That yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, and then all I hear is that dumb bass line that at the end. That's it. That's all I remember.
Jacob, would your superpower be to shit talk Jimmy Neutron?
Yeah, dude, I'd be like, "Look here, like Cindy, you know, why the fuck you such a bitch? Like Sheen, why are you a nerd? You know, like why do you like Ultra Lord? Like Jimmy
When we
Neutron."
go through this part of the podcast where we recap all the Jimmy Neutron characters.
Carl
Bowie, why
Weezer's
you
the
so
man, though,
round?
dude.
I would
Carl
be
Weezer's like the guy I hang out with.
I would be Liquid Tyler, and I would I would turn into Liquid and sneak around, and then like I don't know, like go through bars or something, like to keep people out, and then sneak through. I don't know. Yeah,
No, dude, you would be the liquid afterwards. You'd be the beer.
The T2000.
yeah. I don't know what would happen if other Liquid mixed with me. I haven't really thought that much through. I hope it's like
So are you
some kind
saying
of
that
oil? You know how like oil and water don't like fuck with each other. I hope it's.
so Tyler, are you saying that if you were coated with another liquid, would you classify yourself as wet?
That's not what we're talking about right now.
I don't know what I would be. I
would be
don't.
Can
Liquid
you
Tyler.
saturate yourself with another liquid if you are water?
It's
Are
cool.
you wet?
Listen, I'm just Liquid Tyler. I'm not a philosopher.
It's cool though, because like with
So
that,
you're like
with
so
that-
you're like Solid Snake and Liquid Snake, like from Metal Gear Solid. Is that the other thing you could go with there?
Sure. I don't know what that is, but yeah.
you know,
Gas
got
snake.
it.
No, gas snake.
if you like go to a hot place, you'd evaporate, and then you'd be a gas.
Yeah, I beat you to it, Dylan.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. I don't
Did you hear
know
it?
what.
I don't know about that either.
You guys
yeah.
are asking me a lot of questions.
I don't know.
I'm
I
thinking
just know
like
I just know I could sneak around through little cracks and get into like I don't know, like
all right.
Where's your respect?
What's my superpower?
it's been a long time to think about it.
And I don't know if I've thought of anything. I need something cool. Like I mean, like there's
Here,
stuff I
Jacob,
want.
you could have
like,
any
what's
kind
like-
of superpower that involves electricity.
You would be the
You'll be
Crushin,
infamous.
and you would be really good at surfing.
I'd be like Kelly
Cru-
Slater, like the surfer,
cru-
or
The Crushin.
crushing. Yeah, so I'd be like a Russian surfer. I'd be I'd be the other guy besides Chicken Joe in fucking Surf's Up.
I
Dude,
watched
make the second
Surf's Up.
Surf's
the other night. I watched Surf's Up like a week ago.
Dude, I'd want to be Chicken Joe, real shit. I wouldn't want to be Big Z. I don't want to be Jeff Bridges washed up with a beard peeing on people's wounds in the woods, you know. I'd want to be like
Excuse
I
me.
want to be like yeah, I'd
Was
be
it
like
the
the
thing you
dude that's
said?
like hanging 10 with like vodka in my heritage.
I don't,
like, you know,
I don't
while I'm,
remember that
like-
part of Tron where Jeff Bridges pees on someone and the.
And Surf's
What?
Up, not Tron. Wait, Tron. Where did you get Tron from?
Jeff Bridges.
Was he in Tron?
I
Yes,
think
he
so.
was.
Dude, I've never even seen
I've
Tron.
never
People are
seen
gonna be
Tron
really
either.
mad at me that I haven't seen it.
It's okay. You're not the only one. Jacob. I haven't seen Tron either.
I don't know. It's just a bunch of electro
They just
boys. It's like
they just ride
it's like,
bikes.
Yeah, I'd say it's like 2200 the movie. That's all I.
No,
remember
they just
as,
ride
like,
bikes. That's Mad Max. Thank you.
What a lovely day.
What you do
It's like a really
wrong.
people say it's a really underrated movie, Mad Max. I've never seen it. Some girl in high school wanted
Not
to go
good.
see it with me, and I was
It
like,
literally
I don't
was
know.
just the whole movie.
She was like, we should go see Mad Max, and I'm like, I don't know. She's like, it's really good. I want to see it again. I'm like, well, wait, we could just go see Bridge of Spies with Tom Hanks or The Martian, you know. and she's
Mad
like,
Max.
"Go
The
see it."
whole movie is literally them just driving in a desert.
Dude, it's like the Road
Sounds
Warrior.
fun. I'd
That's
do
cool.
that.
Yeah, I'll say I would
Like,
do that.
what's the context? Like,
Dude,
what is
drive
the
through
plot line?
Nevada.
What's the
I've been in the road.
story?
I've been in.
Why
Mad
are they
Max.
driving down a dirt road? Why are they trying to kill
Isn't
each
like
other?
everybody basically dead? That's why. Like, you ever played the game Rage? Like, that's Mad Max. You know, like
Pretty much.
I'll
I
have to
feel-
watch it sometime. We'll have to live stream us watching it, I guess.
Yeah.
Come back and talk about it. Give her a full review.
That's it.
Yeah. What's a dream duet or collaboration you guys would love to see for Lovejoy?
Florida, Georgia.
Hmm.
Okay, good. Nobody heard that. I don't need to say it again.
Well, we just had some friends do a duet with Shane Top from Silverstein. So
Yeah, man, I saw that. That
Shane
was-
told, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shane Top told whatever. I don't know.
Dude's from,
Is that who you want to do the duet with? You don't know his name.
don't even know his name.
No, I was saying we had some friends do a
Yeah.
duet with Shane.
Hard
Whatever.
Loss
Oh,
from
yeah,
St.
yeah,
Louis.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
yeah.
They just had a song came out with him.
It turned out real nice. That was good.
Yeah, I've met Shane before. He's a good guy. Well, a lot of those guys in that band over there in Canada, Canadian boys, they're really good.
Y'all probably hate me for this, but I'm serious. Like I would say Ben Barlow with Neck Deep.
Hey man, Ben's
Yeah.
good. Ben's
I
alright.
mean,
Yeah,
we've been
I wouldn't mind doing
compared.
them. I mean,
We've been compared to Neck Deep at least 5 times.
We get a load of comments. People
Yeah.
like,
The
yeah, I
whole
really get
5
Neck Deep
times.
days. I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm like, if I'm a successful band that leaves my home country to go and tour the world in festivals, hey, I guess we're doing something right, you know? Like,
right? Yeah.
so
Utmost respect for them boys.
it's been a long, lonely December, you know. But
It's May.
yeah, my bad. We'll go on. Anyways, all right. I don't know what my answer would be. I think it'd be
Well, the dream of mine is just to kind of get our music out there in different cities, you know, see how other people react to it. I mean,
Sure.
obviously, we haven't really done that here yet, but
do you have a dream?
Who would you
Who would your duet, not your
yeah,
dream?
who would you dream duet?
I
your
thought he
dream
said
duet be?
dream.
No.
I don't know.
Dylan's would be Kenny G.
Dylan?
No, it would not be Kenny G. It'd be Kelby G. Thank you.
Be Kelby
Kelby
G.
G.
Mine would be like something weird. I don't know, like Jimmy Urine from Mindless Self-Indulgence.
You're not gonna say like
That'd be
Ninja
fun
Sex
one.
Party, are you?
I don't know
What?
though.
Like
you know,
what?
here's Go ahead. What were you saying, Brandon?
I said you're not gonna say like Ninja Sex Party, are you?
Yeah, that'd be my second answer.
Ninja Sex Party's okay. I used to have no idea, and then I started dating my girlfriend, and I'm like, hey, I'm into like, like Trophy Eyes, Oasis, and like all these like big, newer bands, and she's like, yeah, I'm into like fucking Danny Sex Bang and Ninja Sex Party, and then I figured out what like Ninja Sex Party was. I was like, oh, okay.
I was like really stoned like the other night and thinking about like Ninja Sex Party is like a cool band, but it's like a comedy act, and like I feel like there was stuff like Weird Al, which I feel like is like very different from like like it's very different from like this comedy music and like like real music or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Who was it the other day?
but now we have there's people like Oliver Tree and shit and like Lil Aaron where they're just like, or even like I'd say almost Ninja Sex Party to a point where it's like there is not necessarily like a divide between like what's serious and like what's not. It's all just like it's just all like the same. Like it's all just cool at any
People
time.
like that though, and I think that's what's cool.
Are they all the same though?
Yeah. Yeah, aren't we all the same?
Who was it the other day that I was talking about recording a pop punk cover to a Weird Al song?
It's probably one of you guys.
You're talking to me.
It was Tyler. Yeah. Let's just do like a pop punk cover of Amish Paradise just because.
I love Weird Al, man, and I heard Brian Posehn on Conan one time, and he was talking about he was becoming a new father, and he was talking about how he's got he's a huge Weird Al fan, and how he was going to introduce his kid to Weird Al, and he was talking about do I teach him all the originals so he has an appreciation for Weird Al, or do I just show him Weird Al? And then like one day he's like dancing at a high school dance, and he's like, "Who's this guy ruining Eat It?" And I was like, that's so funny. It's such a funny idea to think about, like, because if you don't know the originals, like, you would think Weird Al is like the greatest musician ever, man. Like you just.
I think there's probably a handful of Weird Al songs I heard first by Weird Al just because my dad showed me when I was a kid.
I remember hearing what's the one? It was the one. It was. I think it was called Yoda. I don't know what the hell the. What was the song? What was the?
I don't even
song?
know what. I have no idea.
The song's name is Yoda.
It's called Lola.
No, Lola. That's what I'm asking. Yeah, what the original one was. Yeah, I met him in a swamp down in Dagobah.
Met him in a swamp down in Dagobah.
Yeah, that's the. I mean, like, I don't know though. If you're answering this question, I don't know. Like, Weird Al would be cool, but I think like I could say my artist I like, but generally like. I don't know, like, you don't really know how a lot of the artists are to, work with and do a duet with. And, I mean, getting up on stage, though, and just singing a song is a different thing. I mean, like, artists do that now, even let people come up and play guitar and, sing and stuff, which I think is cool for sure.
Jacob's answer would be Drake.
I'm in my feelings about that one.
Drake pre-Degrassi or post-Degrassi?
When he was still at the bottom and he's not here.
Like Hotline Bling Drake.
Yeah, he'd call me on his cell phone when he needed my duets. So,
That song's cool. I don't care what anyone says. That's a cool song.
It's a cool song. It's like
but until they made it a bunch of memes of him hitting.
That's the problem, though, right? Is they took that song and they completely threw it into the void, basically, and just like pitched it out there.
Here you go, guys.
What do we got?
Tastes just like Coca-Cola. C-O-L-A-Cola. She walked up to me and she asked me to dance. I asked her her name and in a thought voice she said hello.
Yoda. Yoda. Yoda.
Yeah, that's a legendary piece. That needs to go in the Library of Congress somewhere.
That's the Kinks. That's the original version of it.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah. Shout out to the Kinks. They're probably listening.
Shout out to the Kinks.
Yep.
Hello.
Shout out to the Kinks and everybody's individual kinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same.
Free live and do whatever you want.
Well, guys, this has been a ton of fun getting to talk. And again, if you haven't, head over to visit Lovejoy on your social media, wherever you're getting digital music. Be sure to download these 2 tunes and be sure to follow along so you'll be up to date when we have new music coming soon. So what's we're looking, obviously everything's kind of on hold right now still, but as far as future wise, we do have you said you're leaning towards a new song coming pretty shortly, right?
Yeah,
In
definitely.
time, we'll kind of have to see.
Sure.
You could follow us on our
Yeah.
Instagram, YouTube,
Time.
any Facebook, and we're on Spotify, iTunes. You'll see everything there, and
Yeah.
you'll see when we get some stuff rolling. But
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone that follows us on Spotify, if they see me in person, I will give them a hearty handshake.
yeah,
I'll take that deal.
I'll give him a bro hug. Mhm.
Well, again, I thank you, boys, and I look forward to seeing you all on the stage next time instead of through this computer screen. So
Absolutely.
we can,
Hey,
we-
yeah.
You and me both.
let's throw down and get sweaty and have a good time. And
Oh yeah,
All right, absolutely.
I can't wait to get back to some rock and roll shows, man. So
Definitely.
for sure.
Can't wait either.
yeah,
Indubitably.
but thank you guys, and I'll talk to you all soon.
All right, sure thing.
Thanks.
Cool.
Thanks, Shane.